I almost forgot to start recording. The tweet of just big gulps, huh, and nothing else to break the news of a divorce is still iconic. What? Who did that? Big gulps, huh? That's fucking really funny. 4 damage and weak will be good for you. Curled up. You do that. Do more to that. This one's just doing whatever, so it doesn't matter. Sup, Tora? Hope you're doing well. Good to see ya. Big gulps, huh? What does that mean? Is it like you're gonna be drinking big gulps or like eating gas station food or something like that? Is that how that is, or? Lost power last night, but we survived. Oh man, that sucks. I'm sorry. I feel like that's been happening more lately, that people are losing power. Because like Mika was posting about losing power, and then what is it? Like I've been just seeing a lot of folks post about losing power. So it's been interesting that it's happening more and more. And honestly, you know, knock on wood, you know, that it hasn't happened to us yet, because we've been pretty lucky in terms of the storms. We didn't get a hurricane this year, so that was pretty lucky. Assuming a cartoon character has a big gulp. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. My boyfriend is the hardest person to shop for, especially with video games, because he doesn't know what he'll like. And when I get him a game, I try and get him one he can play for a while. But this goober will play such grind of games straight, no life it, then finish it 2 days after he gets it. Dude, so, okay. I talked about this a little bit ago when the new year started. This doesn't really work for gifts or anything, but for stuff like that, when it comes to games and stuff like that, we did punch cards because I play games like a lot on stream, right? And Snowy's also been playing games, so we did a thing where it's like, okay, when we beat, I think it's 5 games. When we beat 5 games, we are allowed to get a game. So when I beat my 5 games, Snowy, like I said, is playing through God of War right now. She's gonna start it tonight, actually, and I am going to use my game once I get it, because we beat SpongeBob, we're gonna beat Control, and then once we do whatever with that, I'm gonna get God of War Ragnarok, right? And so, maybe that'll help pace a little bit. I don't know. It's helping me. It's helping Snowy pace out, you know, games and stuff. You know, I feel like I don't beat games super quickly, especially on stream too. I feel like I'm taking my time with games a little bit more, which is nice. You know, I'm not beating stuff and then going like, nah, I'm mid, you know. No idea, Sega, but she said it once and it stuck with me. Y'all's girds are a mess. Grid is not meant for... Oh, grids. Sorry, grids are a mess. The grid was not meant for these levels of storms lately. It really wasn't. And, you know, we're going to do nothing to fix it. So, pisses me off is what he does. No, I get it. I get it. Yeah, I'll lose the colorless potion. That's fine. Ooh, Sunflower is good. Every 3 turns, gain a boo. That's great. He likes retro games. UFO 50? I've been seeing somebody play that. What is UFO 50? I know we're getting distracted a lot today. But I think it's because, like, genuinely, I think it's because, like, I feel like such a weight is lifted off of me right now. Getting both of those VODs out and then, or those vlogs out. Ooh. Oh, didn't I see this get announced? Wasn't this, announced somewhere? This looks so cool. Wish listed. He doesn't like games where he feels the mechanics are unfair, but those are the games that actually slow him down. I was gonna get him Hollow Knight for his birthday as pretty much as a petty gift, but I decided not to. He's more of a PC gamer. Hey, well, at least, you know, PC gaming, it's pretty easy to you know, kind of just go, you know, whatever you want or whatever, you know. You could also do the route that a lot of my family do, which is they just get me Steam gift cards. Because they're like, yeah, we still don't know what you really want. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Just, you know, same as always, guys. I'll get what I want. I'm hard to shop for because, you know, a lot of my physical game collecting is stuff that is either new and when it comes out new, I get it. Or it's stuff that's so old that, you know, anybody that did not play games growing up is just not going to know what the fuck it is. Because, like, how the hell is my mom going to know that I want a Steelbook version of Halo 2, you know, to add to my collection of, like, 6 Halos that I have, you know? Which, again, I don't need that. I have that, so. Yeah, where I'm better than 500% of players across a chat. I know, exactly. You know, I can't be too good, you know? Got him enter the dungeon and exit the dungeon as a bundle. Oh, fuck yeah, that's awesome. Those are great games. I am terrified to get into exit the dungeon because I'm not good at enter, but we'll see. I need to start racking up poison shit. I'm very involved in the community, and he has only completed it now at 1,186 hours. Jesus. Won some awards. Didn't hear about it till awards season. It's been out for a year and now has a Switch port. Oh, okay. I didn't know that it was getting a... I didn't know that this has been out for a while. Crazy. I don't have any poison things, which is fine, because I'd rather just deal the damage. So he says he doesn't like roguelikes, but I'm going to see if he really means that. Yeah, see, here's the thing. If you like a game where you can see the progress, I feel like roguelikes are the perfect thing for that. You know, not every single one, but like, you know, you can feel progress in terms of so many roguelikes, you know? I mean, like, shit, this is like a big one where it's like you get more cards, you get more relics and shit like that. I do enjoy a bit of endless agony. That's pretty damn good. That would have been nice if I could have, but that's okay. I don't need anything else. Okay, let's keep going. Friend also loves Relay. He was very into the Genshin. Do you have a gold Ocarina of Time for N64? No, and I do want to collect the Zelda games because I would love to be able to play them. You know, play them all because unfortunately I have not played through a lot of them. I realized I also didn't have a physical copy of Tears of the Kingdom. Come to find out, so we're gonna pick up one of those. Because I think all I have is the original Legend of Zelda on NES. I used to have Link to the Past, and I can't find it. And then now I have Breath of the Wild, Twilight Princess, and I think that's it. I'd love to get a copy of all the Zelda games, but unfortunately, collecting Zelda games is kind of a fucking nightmare. So, but I would love to get Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. Personally, I'd like to get them on I can do all of these. Personally, I'd like to get them on... I should have done that last. Idiot. I'd like to get the multi-pack that came out on GameCube, but, you know, we can't all have what we want now, can we? Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna wish to see if it drops in price during a sale. A few sales during the year. Yeah, especially if it's a year old, it absolutely should have a sale. If I can do this. Okay. He just started playing Skyrim for the first time? Oh, that's awesome. You know, I think it is like something really cool, especially for me. I had a chat with Snowy about it when we were making her list of games for her to play. Um, and we were talking, and she was like, I don't really want to do any platformers because she's not really good at platformers. And I told her, I was like, well, okay, here's the thing with that, right? So I also was not good at platformers when, you know, when I started playing games, like, at all. But I told her, I was like, the best thing you want to do is the only way that you can be good at these games, because there's games that she does want to play. Like Mario Galaxy is a big one. She's never beaten it and she wants to beat it. But she's like, I'm not good at platformers, so I don't even want to try. And I was like, the best way to do it is to kind of just deal with the frustration and just kind of get through it. Because, you know, if you can, and plus I'm here, so of course I'm going to help her and everything. You know, so I was like, you know, you kind of just have to, kind of just got to do it. And if you can do it, it's going to feel good, you know? I promise you. And she's like, okay, yeah, sure. I'll try. And so she's got a lot of games on there, and it was really funny because she was like, I want to start playing God of War. And it's really funny that she started with that because I told her, I was like, look, original God of War, oh god, Pen Nib is also great. I was like, original God of War, the first 3 games, they're puzzle fighting games. So like, I told her, I was like, the older games are a little bit brutal. It gets a little bit better once you get up in the better versions and stuff. But like, I'm telling you, I was like, these games aren't very forgiving. So like, it's gonna be frustrating, but don't give up because it is so worth it. I promise you. And she was like, okay. So I'm gonna see how she does tonight. Want to try Witcher, but I'm intimidated? Go for it. Absolutely do it. Just dive right in. It's the best way to do it. If you're not playing anything else that's so story intensive, I promise you, Witcher, I've heard is so good. And the best way to get into it is kind of like Skyrim. Just go, you know? Got him into Pokemon fan games. Oh, that's also a great way to get into some shit. I have a couple Pokemon fan games my buddy sent me that I need to look into. Dungeon crawlers, honestly, I feel that. I had a big thing. I mean, you know, my big thing, I didn't like turn-based games for the longest time. I hated turn-based. And then I gotta be real, the biggest thing that fixed it for me was like genuinely was what the hell's the name of the game? Yakuza, Like a Dragon. Fucking Like a Dragon, you know, Yak 7. That shit fixed it for me. I don't know what connected in my brain or, you know, what it did, but like I really like the genre now. It introduced it in such a way that like it didn't feel overwhelming. And so now when I go into things, you know, it's like I love it. And of course I'd played, you know, Final Fantasy X, you know, beforehand as a kid, but I hadn't touched the genre since then. So a real gamer unlike me. Was a cruel and unusual punishment. His sweetie got it because he loved the story. I'm just bad at games. I feel that. I have been running away from Celeste for a while. I know that it's a good game and I know it's a good story. I finally bought it. And we're finally gonna play it because, like, if anything, I think what has proven to me that anybody can be good at anything if you put time in, if you just put time into it, if you can, is me being able to beat the Dark Souls games and Elden Ring and all that shit. Me being able to genuinely go through that series of video games and come out on the other end of them and honestly, genuinely, like, enjoying Souls-likes at this point, I think that, like, that really has proven to me, like, oh, anything can have its merit, you know? So it's always worth it to give something a shot. In some form or another, you know? That was an awesome time to use Pen Nib. Platformers are stinky. You have never been bad at a game in your life. I assumed to believe that. Ni no Kuni was my first taste of JRPG, and I fell in love with it. Tried Monster Hunter, had a horrible time with it. Yeah, Monster Hunter's not for everybody, especially with how slow that game is. It is, it's a bit of a difficult one to kind of introduce, you know? My favorite games is Sonic Adventure Battle 2, and as a kid, I quit because the rail levels were so hard. Oh my god, yeah, those ending levels. That's what made Snowy stop playing. She's going through a decent amount of the Sonic games, and she finally said, she's like, look, I'm not gonna play the classic games. I can't. I didn't enjoy my time with Sonic Adventure 2. She beat most of the game. She beat all of Sonic's the hero story, and then she beat most of the dark story, but because of how hard it was, like those rail levels at the end when you're Shadow and all that stuff doing that, she's like, this was so difficult, and like genuinely she's like, I'm just gonna play Colors, Forces, Generations, Sonic Shadow Generations, and Unleashed. She's like, those are the only four I'm gonna play. And I was like, that's fair. If you did not like the platformer like style of games and stuff, you know, I was like, you'll probably like the boost games. The boost games are a lot more fun. And she's like, okay, cool. So I'm excited to see her play those. So good, and then the last chunk is so bad for real. The last bit of the game is just so difficult. I should have done that onto you. Whoops. I'm just going to deal damage to this thing and hope it splits. There we go. There's something stupid the game that requires you to track, find, and kill a monster that can run away from you and appear in random locations shouldn't be timed. The time limit fucks it over. Yeah, the time limit portion of it is really what ends up like getting me, because it's like I can put so much work into this and I get why the mechanic is there and everything, but like, come on, man, you know? Oh man, yeah, sharpening your fucking weapons too. That shit pisses me off. That is the one thing that gets me to like really not enjoy. Wow, what a good fucking let's get rid of you. One of the mechanics that I think I hate the most about those games. The Elden Ring for a little bit, and I was impressed that he thought I'd never touched a Souls Lake in my life. My stealth, and then my life was stealth killing whole camps of enemies. That's awesome. No, I mean it's really interesting because like it is interesting seeing because Snowy has never like she doesn't really play games, you know, like I did growing up. So it is interesting seeing kind of what she's good at, you know. And I'm just gonna do this because fuck it. It's interesting seeing what she's good at, and there are genuine moments where I tell her, I'm like, dude, you are good at these games, like I promise you, you're good. You just have to like, you know, you just gotta like learn it a little bit. And now that she's actually taking the time to learn the games and stuff like that, she is like, oh yeah, because like, I mean, shit, she spent so much time in Stardew recently learning the mechanics inside and out and everything, and she's like, oh, you know, that's dope. Game at the start of your turn, you cannot play more than 6 cards per turn. That is fine. Dark Souls 2 is the only Souls game where the breakable weapon mechanic is really felt. You know, yeah. That shit sucks. And you know what? It was the mechanic I didn't think would have been a pain in the ass, but it absolutely was. Because we, what was it? Everyone was like, oh, dude, the hollowing mechanic fucking sucks. Terrible. Awful. I hate it. I forgot I can only play 6 cards. Wow, that's rough. In reclass Assassin because I like the aesthetic of the astrologers, but my calling is with the thieves and daggers. Hell yeah. In 3, you even forget it's a thing. Yeah, 100%. I think I had my weapon break once in 3 when we played through. What's up, K-Fob? Never played one before Bloodborne. I didn't know how to get a weapon, so I spent so much time against the first enemy. I was like, wow, these games are hard. Dude, I did the same exact shit. It was fucking awful. I felt like such an idiot. But one of my favorite games. Love Bloodborne. Bloodborne is so fucking good. that you would feel, thought it would be felt heavily in Demon Souls as well. I've also never played Demon Souls, so I couldn't answer to that either. But I would never, you know, I don't think I'd ever play that game. To be quite honest with you. I think that you would have to pay me a lot of money to play Demon Souls. I get that. I had to get used to the controls in it compared to Uncharted. I'm so excited to play Uncharted. Now that Snowy's playing through God of War, I think we're going to go through Uncharted after instead, because I was going to do God of War after this, but now that Snowy's playing through it, or maybe I'll play God of War so that I can actually watch her play, because I don't remember a lot from God of War, to be honest with you, and I haven't played the newer games, so I would like to enjoy those, and I know that I will be, I know that I'll beat them before her, so... So we'll see. Knowing me, I probably could beat Uncharted and God of War, both series before her, so maybe we will do Uncharted first still. Because I have been wanting to play those. We did start those, so. Did you play the first one or 2018? I am having her go through the whole series. I told her that I think that getting to watch Kratos' whole journey is really, really just rewarding. Seeing how, like, angry he goes from being like, Zeus, you know, and, like, fucking just a rage-filled fucking demon to a very mellow, like, I wouldn't say fully mellow, but, like, you know, just seeing how he is in 2018. I haven't seen Ragnarok. I've seen a little bit of 2018. I haven't seen anything of Ragnarok yet, so I'm like, seeing how he is by that point, I think that I told her, I was like, I think it's important that you play through him. And thankfully, I have the PS3 versions, not the PS2. The PS2 versions are a little unoptimized, and the ports are just a tad bit nicer. So I'm glad that she can at least enjoy it through that. So, do you want to try playing the Tomb Raider games? Pay you $2, take it or leave it. Throw in a cupcake though. What type of cupcake? That's important. What kind of cupcake do I want? Well, okay, so there's a very specific chocolate cupcake that I like, and it's like only a couple bucks. So that's perfect. Now there is a copy of Demon Souls at one of the stores that I frequent, and I have been thinking about getting it to play it. Despite everything, you know, so we'll you know, we'll see. We'll see if I play it. It's not that expensive too. It's like only 30 bucks, I think, for a copy of it, so. Livy, I think you'd enjoy the Tomb Raider games. They're not too bad. I think that there are I played the first two. I don't remember anything from them. I played them years ago. But I played through half of the second one and then all the way through the first one. And ooh, nice. They're not too bad. They're not super difficult. The combat in them is pretty typical, I feel like. Gotta get rid of the Mystic first. Oh shit, okay. Just horrible with FPS mechanics. I'm too jumpy. You get used to it. I mean, hey, that's the thing. That's the thing, though. That's the thing I was saying to Snowy is that, you know, you can never be terrible at something forever. You may not become the best, but you certainly won't continue to stay terrible at something. You will at least get good enough, you know? Haven't seen me play COD. COD's I gotta be real, COD's a very terrible example of it. It's not an environment where you can sit there and kind of, like, learn, you know? It's more of an environment of just being, like, you know, constant punishment. Even in the, like, single player, I feel like. Perfect time to use that. legit think I would cry. No, I feel that. I hopped into a COD lobby recently because I wanted to try the new game. This was like forever ago. And I was like, oh, this actually isn't that bad. And then I got onto it on the weekend, and I was getting DMs from people that were like, please, for the love of God, change your fucking, ooh, beautiful. Change your fucking loadout. You're an idiot. You're stupid. That's a terrible loadout. You're so dumb. And everything. They're like, you're going to cause us to lose. And I was like, yeah, I remember why I hate these games now. Everything's this like meta chasing BS and everything like that. And I mean, you know, I died. That's crazy. I fucking died. Damn. So I don't really like